Welcome everyone to the first episode of my Minecraft walkthrough series. Now, this series is going to be different from what my channel used to be. So what we're going to be doing with this series is playing different games that may or may not be popular, but we're going to be walking people through them. So in order to play Minecraft Survival, which I'm doing as a tribute to everyone who has been here up until this point, and you know me for my tutorials, and that is why I'm here. I'm not going to forget why I'm here, but however, I will be cutting production of those. However, they will be moved into this walkthrough series, so if you want to see those, then check this out. But the first thing you're going to want to do when starting a new world is to set it to default game mode and then set it to survival, okay? Now, that is the most critical aspect of this because it is the vanilla mode for all of Minecraft. Then you're going to set the difficulty to hard, in this case, and then we are also going to have the world type at infinite. This doesn't matter. Bonus chests, please turn it off. Please turn it off. And starting map off, we're going to have no random seed. We're going to bring the simulation distance down to 4 chunks. We're going to turn on show coordinates. We're going to put the respawn radius to 0. Then we're not going to activate cheats yet, but we're going to install 2 behavior packs that I have. They can be found on Foxy No Tail's website. Now, the first one will be 1 player sleep. We're going to turn off achievements for that, and this will allow it so that 1 player can sleep, especially if it's a multiplayer world or server. So we're going to put that in. And mob griefing, this is a custom pack that I had to make because it includes Creeper, Enderman, Zombie, Drowned Husk, Piglin Brute, Zombified Piglin, Zombie Villager, Ravager, and Ghast. Now, it does not include Withers or Snow Golems as well as Villagers, so that is what you need to set it to. So those are your 2 packs. Now we're going to get into the first thing, which is actually creating this lovely, lovely world, which we are going to be playing on during this Minecraft walkthrough, where I'm going to be teaching you how to survive Minecraft in the most efficient and best way. Now, we are not going to be speedrunning this, and we're going to be gearing it towards the more advanced survivalists. Now, you've already seen the beginning ones, the more beginner tutorials and survival guides. We're not that, okay? Now, what we're going to be doing, the first step when you load into a world, believe it or not, is not always necessarily get wood. The guides always say get wood, but most of the time that is the correct step. Now, the first thing that you need to do when you load into a world, just punch out a block of dirt and then place it right there. That will mark your spawn. You'll know this little hole is your spawn. Then survey your surroundings, okay? So you might not want to get wood, first of all. The first thing you need to do is survey your surroundings, and on your top priority list would be the village. Now, first of all, you can get beds from this, so just pop out, take a bed. You can also obtain these cleric workstations, which are called brewing stands, which will be used for potion making in the future. There are also chests with useful items in here, such as emeralds and potatoes, which can really only be found in villages as well as underground and in farms. Hay bales are an excellent source of food early on. 1 hay bale equals 3 bread, and 1 bread restores 2.5 shanks, which are the hunger bars in the bottom. As well as that, you can also find a decent amount of books, not too many books, but a pretty good amount. And as you can see, we will get about 12 books. That's enough for 4 bookshelves. We also get a lectern with a librarian, who will in turn give us mending in the future, which we will talk about that later and why that is the most important enchantment. This chest, as you can see, we have some bread, some more emeralds, and that is a simple one. Now, there are a bunch of crops that you can take from a village, but the most important ones that you need to take are potatoes, which can be cooked into baked potatoes, which is a very excellent food source early game because it restores a bunch of hunger and they grow relatively fast, and also carrots, which will be incredibly useful late game because they will be the best and most efficient way to successfully breed villagers as well as do some other things with them, like pigs, I guess. I mean, who breeds pigs? So we're just going to get more carrots like so, and then simply gather them up and then place them back down to make sure that this is completely renewable. Now, as you can see here, some people will go mining for iron. So the way that we're actually going to obtain iron is by punching a few blocks of wood, as you would expect to do, but we're going to be doing it from here because of some various different reasons. Now, the first reason being that this is much more streamlined, and when you have an axe, you can just chop it really efficiently if it's around village farm parameters, and that will get you a decent amount of wood. So let's get 6 wood, open this up, craft all of these down into planks, craft 1 crafting table, 3 sets of sticks, which is 12 sticks. Then we're going to place our crafting table down. Then we're going to craft an pickaxe. And the way that we are actually going to obtain stone tools is by using this very simple method. Now, a lot of people always craft up wooden tools. I don't think that's very smart. So just dig down a few blocks until you hit the stone. Then dig out 1. Take your crafting table. Put your crafting table in this slot. Craft up a wooden pickaxe. If you haven't already, then dig 1 down. That's 1 stone. Then 2 stone. Then 3 stone. Then craft a stone pickaxe. You have 1 right off the bat, just like that. And now you can mine 1, 2, 3 stone for an axe, then 1, 2 stone for a sword, 1 stone for a shovel, and then 8 stone for a furnace. So that's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now this stone will be used to craft furnaces, and you will also may want to grab about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone in case you want to make a backup set of tools. So now we're just going to simply craft up the full set of stone tools. So an axe, a shovel, and a sword. Now we're going to organize our hotbar as follows. Put your pickaxe in the first spot, then axe in the second slot, and then shovel, and then your sword. Now this, and also you're going to want to put your food source there. Now that will allow you to have an organized, simple hotbar. Now we're going to craft all our hay bales down into wheat, and then craft said wheat into bread, so that we do have a decent source of early game food. Because if we don't have food, then we're not going to be able to survive very long. Now, food is the most important part of Minecraft survival, especially early on. So if you have not found a village by now, go looking for a village. Like, always go looking for a village. Just trust me. Along the way, if you do not manage to find a village, kill sheep, because sheep will drop wool, which will allow you to make beds, of course. And while we're here, we'll just punch some more hay bales so that we can get tons and tons and tons of bread. As you can see, we have 28 hay bales, so we're simply going to craft said hay bales down into wheat and then craft those into bread using the recipe book like so. Now, if you're on Bedrock Edition, you're probably playing on Pocket Edition or console, let's be real. So just use the recipe book. It's actually easier and faster than trying to drag them into a grid, unless you actually need to craft something with the grid, like Flight Duration 3 Fireworks. Now we have a bunch, and I mean a bunch of bread. Now you're like, oh, so let's go mining for iron, right? Because iron's very important. Now, because we have found a village, we also have found an iron golem, and unfortunately, we are going to sacrifice this guy to the gods. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to get 4 blocks, then quickly punch the iron golem, and then run away into an open space. This is important, because if the golem can jump, then you're probably dead. Then pillar up your 4 blocks. It has to be 4. On Java Edition, you can do 3, but on Bedrock, it has to be 4. Then just start taking swings at this iron golem, and ideally, you'll want him to drop about 4 to 5 iron. 5 is optimal, and 4 is also very good. So it seems like, yeah, 5. Okay, that is perfect. Now we can actually go into the nether if we wanted to. So the things that we're going to do with this newfound iron is, first of all, get a crafting table. Put down your crafting table again. Then you're going to want to craft 1 shield. Now this will be basically armor for everything and stop everything. And it is pretty big, so you can install a packet to make the shield smaller. Now, another alternative thing that you can do is craft a bucket, but in this case, we are going to be crafting a pickaxe. You will want to craft a bucket if you are speedrunning the game, because if you craft a bucket while you're speedrunning the game, that will allow you to get into the nether. Now, before beginning your first mining expedition, always bring about 16 logs with you. Now, this will be very versatile for building blocks as well as just general tools. If you need to resupply while you're down there, then you always have the logs on you. Now, the reason why you want to have these logs on you is very simple. When you're mining in this very long expedition, I might add, it will be a long one, okay? You're in for the long haul, and you're not going to be enjoying yourself if your tools break and you have to go up to the surface, okay? So in order to do this, we are going to just gather logs so that we don't even have to worry about that. All we need to worry about is finding our resources. And because resources are probably the most important thing early on, this will be very, very necessary and proper. Now that we have gathered all of our logs that we need, you might be able to tell that it is actually getting dark. So we have one of two options right here. Now, if you're going to go into a cave and it's getting dark, you'll probably just want to not sleep, just in case, you come back. When you come back, you'll have more time, and it will probably be daytime, but in reality, it doesn't really matter. Theoretically, you should be sleeping that early. So, if you have not already done so yet, you need to find a cave, because caves will give you some very light amount of resources, especially if they're on the surface. What you need to find first is coal. Now, coal is obviously one of the most rudimentary resources in Minecraft. You need it to make torches, or alternatively, you could cheat and use a night vision texture pack. But again, that's cheating. So what we're going to do is just simply sleep the night away, and when we wake up, it will be daytime. And if your one-player sleep is enabled and there are multiple people, then you will actually be fine, because there's multiple people and one-player sleep circumvents that and allows one person to sleep. Even if there are multiple people online, only one person will have to sleep. Now, this is a very sharp cave. As you can see, we are going to carefully, and I mean very carefully, descend into this cave. Now, as you can see, we found some iron ore, and, as long as you have a stone pickaxe, you're pretty much good here. You can mine up this beautiful, lovely pieces of iron ore, but our top priority is not the iron right now, because we actually can't do anything with it if we don't find coal. See, look, more iron. And as you can see, we're going to get a ton of iron from this expedition. And I believe that's going to be extremely cool and handy, but also we need coal, because this way we can create torches to light our way, and we'll be able to see, and we can smelt down all this iron into these lovely iron ingots, which will supply us for armor, will supply us for tools for a while, and they'll also supply us for a bunch of other utilities like a bucket and shears, which will be very useful. They also supply a bunch of redstone components. So we're just going to craft up a bunch of sticks and craft up a lot of torches, as many as you can, really. And you're just going to place down your torches as you go along. So now, as you can see, that little vein, there is no more iron in there. And as you can see, if we just press onwards, if the cave starts going upwards, then the game might be trying to trick you, but it usually leads into a huge cave system like this one. So we're simply going to mine some more iron. And as you can see, we have encountered our first lava source. We're just going to leave it down for the time being because of reasons, and we are just going to kill off these zombie village. Wow, there are quite a lot of them, actually. There are a bunch of zombie villagers. They shouldn't be too much of a problem. If they start attacking you, just hold them off with your shield, because your shield can block literally everything, including TNT explosions. If a creeper explodes from like 2 feet in front of you, then you will still be able to absorb 100% of the damage with something as simple as a shield, which I think is absolutely overpowered and insane, especially considering how cheap this was. It was like 5 wood or something. Oh, that's a witch. Yeah, don't approach these guys, although they can drop useful items. We're just gonna... This is something you should never do. Do not do this on your first day, okay? But as you can see, we got some bottles, some experience, some decent things. And as you can see, we have actually found more iron. So we're just going to simply mine these out as well. Now, this first mining expedition will be a very simple one. The only reason that we're carrying an iron pickaxe is in case we enter a cave system deep enough to go to about diamond level or something, like a very low cave system. So that was risky. Never dig straight down unless you're digging in a too wide area. Now, a lot of YouTubers will tell you to make a mine right off the bat. I say no. I say don't do that, because in practicality, that takes forever, and it's so much easier to just find a cave and then pillage all the resources from that. And that is why you shouldn't ever make a mine, like, right off the bat. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. It's gonna cost you a bunch of resources. And this is why I brought the iron pickaxe, ladies and gentlemen, because we have found gold. Now, gold cannot be mined with a stone pickaxe, so we're going to need to use our iron one for it, and there's only 3, which is kind of a shame, but gold isn't that useful anyway, because all we can do is, like, barter with piglins, which we'll get to in a moment, and we can also, do some other things with it, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that useful. If you're a speedrunner, just craft gold boots, so that you can, barter with piglins without them attacking you. Seems like we've got a zombie over here. We can take him out. You all can tell me if you like the beautiful ambient creative music that I have put on for us in every video from now on. In every video from now on, we will be playing the creative OST soundtrack. What's playing right now is the beautiful song Area Math, one of the best works of art. It was formerly actually my channel outro, and yeah. Seems like we found a spider lurking around the corner, and that could mean something good, and it could not also mean something good. Now, if we just check out this corner, okay. Sometimes when you hear rapid amounts of hissing, or zombie, or one mob in particular, okay, no, that will actually mean that you are close to a spawner, and that is the best thing ever, okay, because a spawner will allow you to farm infinite experience much faster than just manually killing mobs like a poor man. Now, as you can see, we have 56 iron, which means we need to start heading back to the surface, because 56 iron is a very, very, very good amount of iron. That will suit us up with a full set of iron tools, maybe like 2 sets of armor or something. No, not 2 sets. It's a little optimistic. But it will suit us up with a lot of stuff, and that is pretty much exactly what we need. If you're really stingy, you can collect your torches on your way back to the surface. And as you can see, when you see the light sources coming, you know what that means? That's when you're back. That means you are ready to start your expedition into the Minecraft world, or rather, continue said expedition into the Minecraft world. And as you can see, we have a beautiful Riviera over the village, and we got some sheep lingering, some pigs, cows. Now, as we have achieved making our way up to the surface, we're going to be on the lookout for this building right here. You can notice it because of the chimney. Now, if you go inside, it's nothing much, just some stone, and also, if we turn around, you may wonder, where's that chimney coming from? That is a blast furnace. Now, this is one of the most important blocks because it will allow you to smelt ores very, very fast. So what we're going to do is craft up one regular furnace. We're going to put this right above here. We're going to remove all of these blocks. I know if you want to keep them, that is completely fine. Actually, you know what? I will keep them. I do love those blocks. They will make a nice chimney. Now, if we will just place these blocks back, and we will actually just remove these blocks, because these are going to be taking up a lot of valuable space. And right here is the blacksmith's workstation, as you can see. Now, there's no iron golem, so if you really want to, and, okay, we'll just let him leave. But anyway, if you really want to, you can kill him, but please don't. What we're going to be doing is smelting up this iron. Now, this will smelt a lot faster than a regular furnace, keep that in mind. And as you can see, we are smelting at a very high rate. Now, the reason we're using this house in particular is because it already looks pretty nice. and a lot of it's already been set up for us. So we are going to simply place a bed right in front of the blast furnace, which will kind of round off our interior decoration and design. And as our iron smelts up, we will eventually have enough to make a full set of tools. Now, you already have your pickaxe. As you can see, you can pilfer one from a blacksmith on occasion, but the odds of you finding one of those is very low. So we're going to create a full set of iron tools to be replacing our stone tools, which would simply be a sword and a shovel. If you really want to, you can craft a hoe that will help you break certain blocks better. And now we're also going to craft up a storage system. Now, Mumbo Jumbo, he goes crazy about these. 2 logs will equal 1 chest. So we already have 1 chest, 2 chests, 3 chests, 4 chests. So we're going to want about 8 chests. So 5 chests, 6 chests, 7 chests, 8 chests. So we're going to craft all of these up and then simply place some more like so. And then place chests either on top of these, or maybe we can place chests on top of this. Now this will create a nice little rudimentary storage system. So what we're going to be doing is taking out our stuff from the blast furnace, of course, and we actually don't have enough coal for that. Of course we don't. So what we're going to do as a rudimentary result is we're going to burn blocks of wood in the furnace to make charcoal. Now we're going to want 5, I believe, would be a decent amount. And you are actually going to want to wait until you get 32 iron ingots. Now the reason that you're going to want to wait until you get 32 is because pretty much right off the bat, I think it's been about 20 minutes, we can create our first set of full iron armor. You actually need 24, so I'm an idiot, I can't do math. But as you can see, we have equipped our iron armor. Now we have some spare iron left over. There are a few things that we should do with this. We're going to make a bucket, and we're going to make some shears. Now these shears we're going to put in this chest, because we won't be needing them until later. And we are also going to sleep the night away in front of our beautiful house. Now, we are going to go outside, simply go over to the nearest water source, pick it, and now we have a water bucket. Skeletons are a huge pain, just use your shield to block, and make sure to always collect their drops because they are going to be quite useful, especially early on with arrows and all that. Now, as you can see, we got some zombies lingering over by this poor villager's house, and we're not going to want this. We do not want our zombies killing our villagers. So we're going to pick off these zombies because they are bullying our poor villagers who we need alive. We need to keep these guys alive. Even though they will only turn into zombified villagers, they will probably burn up and die in the daylight, and that is exactly what we do not want. So you can organize your storage system pretty much however you want, and we can look into our blast furnace again, and as you can see, we have our charcoal smelting up a decent amount. Now we have 22 iron. Let's survey our resources. 22 iron, 30 coal, 1 charcoal, 3 gold. That's interesting. 12 books, a bunch of food, which is very important. Some emeralds, which is also very important. And yeah, that is a really nice haul for the first episode of the Minecraft walkthrough. Make sure to not kill any of your villagers. And yeah, so basically, yeah guys, that'll be the first episode of the Minecraft walkthrough. This was a very basic rundown of how to survive your first few days in Minecraft and how to get yourself situated with all the essentials pretty much right off the bat. As you can see, in basically no time at all, we have full iron, and we have a bunch of cobblestone as well. We have 21 cobblestone. And thank you all for watching. I would love to see you all on my new Reformed channel. And just keep in mind, we will have interviews coming up with large companies such as Rolls-Royce, while also having regular gaming content as well. So anyway, guys, that'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.